It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Checking out the Clippers, this past offseason, they did all they could to try and improve, whether it be acquisitions, player development, better strength and conditioning. We'll get a feel for how far they've come in this first preseason game. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq, the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on.
He and the Greek Freak are a big part of this league's future. Having playmakers that size is a huge advantage.
You know, I'm curious to watch his jump shot develop. Simmons is taking the point forward distinction to a whole nother level.
And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And this is it, a long time coming, the start of the NBA preseason. We know you've missed your hoops, and so have we. So let's get to it. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It's the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers. You take a look at the 76ers. It's time for them to put all that work on the practice court to use as they get ready for their first game of the preseason.
Yeah, and what's nice about preseason is you really get a chance to see how some of the younger players have developed. Fans can see how the next generation are coming into their own.
And teams generally are more liberal with their rotations, giving everyone a chance to shine. For those of us who follow the league closely, it's interesting to see some of those secondary guys get some opportunity to play.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Guys, Joel Embiid is listed at 7 feet, but at player introductions, they say 7'2" center, Joel Embiid. Now, Brett Brown says when you stand next to him, you understand the difference between 7 feet and 7'2". He's a big man, Kevin.
He is tremendous size and skill to match, DA. Thanks. Clark, what are coaches looking for when they watch and evaluate these preseason games?
Kevin, I think it runs the gamut. Who can I trust? Young players that perhaps could be part of the rotation. Rotations in general, how are we going to play best? What units are best together? What do we do well at each end of the floor? What are our best lineups? What's the fabric and personality of our team?
Right.
I think those things are kind of what you're evaluating as you go through the preseason.
That's a good answer. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris is out there with Horford. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Simmons. And it's Richardson in at the shooting guard. That one falls.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, getting their first look, a preseason look at the 76ers here.
And it's just the preseason, but going against a team that pushed them around last year, they want to show they're a year wiser and are ready to hold their own.
And guys, during the preseason, we don't know who's going to play, whether teams will rest their starters or not. It may not necessarily be a true test of talent, but still a chance for a team to gain some confidence with a win.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Simmons. Stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. Leonard's got the ball. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Simmons against Beverly. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Here's Harris. Richardson up top. Simmons against Beverly. 4 on the shot clock. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Off the left rim and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Leonard, that's for 2. And that one's on target from the wing. Leonard's got his second bucket tonight.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Simmons on the wing. Defended by Beverly. And the basket by Horford.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Leonard. Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Simmons, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Simmons got his first bucket of the night.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Tipped away and stolen by Richardson. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Simmons kicks to Horford. Shoots over Leonard. Horford no luck. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. George, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
Now Simmons following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. That's tipped. Here's George. To the inside. Here's Leonard. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Horford. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Simmons dishes to Richardson. Back to Simmons. Over Williams. Shots good by Simmons. Simmons got 7 points in the game.
And really with Simmons, the guy just has everything, including that soft mid-range jumper.
Horford against Leonard. At the top of the key, Williams. The pass to Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. With the amount of characters and personalities on this Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge, they play with brashness, some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Now here's Williams, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 6. Here's Zubac, and it's blocked by Embiid.
And Embiid is a determined defender. I mean, swatting away shots. He's got excellent reach and timing. Makes him a good shot blocker.
Williams against Simmons. Over Williams. The 76ers with another miss. Clippers trail by 4. Shamet, Richardson covering. Williams against Harris. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And Embiid throws it down.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And there's so much speculation early in Embiid's career if he would even pan out. It's become clear, Clark, that he was worth the wait.
Well, it was all injury-related in terms of the questions because he sat out his first 2 years in the league with some type of injury. Those injury concerns, really the only reason that people question him, the talent, the size, and you love his personality as well. But this guy has tremendous skills, and he's going to be an all-star for years to come if he's healthy.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in blocks, 7th in rebounding, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. Leonard finds Williams, and he drops that one in. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Williams against Simmons. Over Williams. Shots good by Simmons. Simmons got 9.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Williams gets the bucket.
Man, he's excellent off that pick and roll. A dynamic scorer. Defensively, you've got to play Williams to score the ball in that situation.
Now here's Richardson. Pass to Simmons. Lets it go from 14. That one off the back iron and out. Embiid with the steal. Now here's Richardson. Not a lot of room. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Williams. Shamet. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And here are the 76ers now. Now here's Richardson. Simmons with it. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Leonard looking around. The dish to Williams. Shamet. Richardson covering. Just 5 to shoot. Shamet. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Leonard with the steal. Shot from 12. And no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. And here's Richardson. Outside, Simmons. Inside, Embiid. Tries again. And the dunk by Embiid.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clark, when you're evaluating young players, and you see a lot of them at the college ranks and certainly in the early years in the NBA, aside from their talents between the lines, which qualities tell you this kid has a chance to be special?
A couple of things. Humility, understanding their ability, but also recognizing they've still got work to do. That's one of the great qualities anybody can have. Work ethic, self-starting, and then you try to see if, in fact, they've worked through some challenges. How have they handled adversity? I mean, when you look at those things and couple them with talent, now you've got somebody that you feel like can be special.
And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. In the third spot, Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Over to the left wing. Williams with a clean look. Wide open shot is on the money. Williams has got 6.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Now, here's Scott. Embiid with it. Now guarded by Harrell. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on Los Angeles.
I tell you, Joel Embiid possesses remarkable talent. I mean, this big guy is graceful and strong. He's a real matchup problem for everybody.
And the first one drops. That one is no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Williams gets the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Burke kicks to Embiid. They get a hand on it. Williams with the steal. And stolen by Scott. Here's Korkmaz. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Defended by Harkless. Pass to Embiid. And Burke has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Magruder, and he hits it to tie the game up. Magruder's got his first points in this one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice catch. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. The 76ers with another miss.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. And that's exactly what he's looking for draining the triple.
The 76ers trail by 3. Now Burke. Defended by Harkless. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Magruder kicks to Williams. 1:03 left to play in the first quarter. And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. '76ers on defense. They trail by 1.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
To the left wing. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Williams. 5 on the clock. Defended by Harkless. And good that time. And the 76ers lead by 1.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Magruder kicks to Harrell. Outside Williams. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Williams has got 11 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Burke. Here's Korkmaz. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
That's just really good clock management there. I mean, that's how you close a quarter.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more in store for you right after this. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from the place where, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and I just believed in it.
Yep, wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
The NBA preseason action continues here on 2K Sports. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Philadelphia.
They've been very good in the low post. I'm sure they'll be looking to continue that as the game wears on.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green, and it's Harkless in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. And that'll be his third foul so far. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Green. Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. That one goes. Count it. He's got 6.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle. Right now, I mean, as soon as one team grabs the lead, the other grabs it right back.
Drops in the tray.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now here's Williams. 14 points for him. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got his second basket.
Good unselfishness there by Williams. I mean, he recognized the roller had the nice angle to score.
Burke finds Scott. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Shot from 12. No good there. 76ers trailing. Here's Korkmaz. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Burke with it. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
George is checked in for Los Angeles. Philadelphia also making some changes. Horford comes in for Mike Scott, and Simmons subbed in for Trey Burke. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Left side, George. 6 to shoot. With the fadeaway. And yes, it's good. George has got 6.
Taking advantage of that length inside, George has the size and touch to score with ease from there.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
O'Quinn, and boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Tobias Harris is checked in for the 76ers. Richardson comes in for Korkmaz. On the free throw, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. George against Richardson. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for Paul George. And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. He just takes great pride in being a complete player.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense, but the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league, and really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
And so here are the Clippers after Ben Simmons' miss. And here is Harris. He kicks to Richardson. Right side, Simmons. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
I tell you, Ben Simmons is really putting work in on that jumper. I mean, it's looking better and better every time I see him.
Now George, 10 points for him. Shamet, guarded by Simmons. Lost to Patterson from the arc. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 3. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Chalk up 2 there. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
And Patterson kicks to George. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Timeout called the 76ers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. On the wing. 15 points in the game. Almost, but it rolls out.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on it.
Shamet, guarded by Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Shamet. And the 3 ball is good. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead.
Can't give up these looks. I mean, the defense has to be more aggressive guarding the perimeter.
Inside. And then Simmons slams it in.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
George finds Zubac. Back to George. Over Richardson. And a little luck that time, but it drops. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Knocked loose. Harris outside. Bounce pass Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game. Clippers leading by 4. And George kicks to Patterson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one on Horford.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shot of the night. Rodney McGruder's checked in for Zubac. That free throw good from Patterson. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Simmons passes to Harris. Embiid against Patterson. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Joel Embiid.
Really like seeing Embiid exert his will, be assertive here. I mean, getting whatever shot he wants inside.
Here's a look at some stats for Tobias Harris. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
He's off on the first. Green, he's checked in for Leonard. And the second free throw, good.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's Embiid. 8-point game. Shoots over Patterson. Embiid, no good. LA's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. From deep, George. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now, here's Richardson. Here's Simmons. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. Great showing for him last season. 5th in assists, 8th in steals, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. Here's Magruder. He has 7. Shamet guarded by Horford. Shot clock at 6. Shamet drops in the tray. He's got 8.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
So it's Philadelphia now. 9-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Embiid finds Horford. From down in the low post, it goes.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now, here is George. He's got 14. Shamet, guarded by Simmons. Patterson passes to Magruder. Over Richardson. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
I like the variety pack offense that Simmons gives you. A little bit of everything. I mean, and that's huge for his team. When you're guarding him, it's almost pick your poison.
Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great net for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angles. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Here's Green. Makes it off the glass. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
The 76ers trail by 7. And the pass to Simmons. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by the Clippers.
Got to give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
George against Harris. George dishes to Green. They double him with Horford. Back to Green. And a deep 3 from George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Kevin. He's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Simmons left side from 17 feet out, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Simmons got 12 now in this quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
The shot by George, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The 76ers have shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers, leading by 5. From downtown, and that one is off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, up 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you very much. Lou, in the first half, your offense was clicking. What was the difference getting off to a hot start?
I think we play with a lot of energy, the ball swinging around. They're using a lot of help side defense. We're just taking advantage of it.
And really breaking them down. Thanks, Lou. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 17 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they were consistent from downtown. The playmakers found open shooters, and the shooters delivered and knocked down shots on a high level. In some ways, it came down to confidence. We'll see if they have that same swagger in the second half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We welcome you back with a view of the 110 freeway cutting right through downtown Los Angeles. Never a shortage of traffic on that stretch of road. Always a joy to get a sneak peek of the NBA season ahead as we get back to the action. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Thanks again for tuning in as we get going once again with our coverage of the NBA preseason. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's five. They've got Horford, Josh Richardson out there with Simmons. And there's Embiid, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 4th, the Clippers. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
So many second chance opportunities for both of these clubs a season ago, and they really took advantage.
Roof shot.
First one falls for him. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Embiid drops them both. Here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks it to Leonard. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Oh, it's not easy trying to guard Leonard inside. I can tell you that, guys. I mean, he's so good at using his body to get shots up over the defense.
Now, here's Richardson. Embiid finds Richardson. Outside, Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Lob pass to George, and George with the stuff.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Simmons. And the shot goes in. Simmons got 25 points.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Now, here is George. 19 points in the game. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got his first basket of the night.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Outside Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. Now Leonard. Rejected by Harris. And he recovers it. Count the basket. The 76ers trail by 9. Up top, Simmons. Defended by Beverly. Tries from 16. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Now here's Simmons. 25 points in the game. Pass to Richardson. To the paint. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Simmons.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. And it's George finishing it off.
Now, how about breaking out the liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's Simmons. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter. Los Angeles leading by 7. Beverly finds Leonard. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Beverly against Embiid. Back to Leonard. Clock is at 3. There's the triple. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He jumped center stage now.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harrell's checked in.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Paul George. Coming off a terrific season. Second in steals and amongst the league's top-tier scorers. Top 20 in points per game.
And looking back at his number 2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Here's Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 15-6 run. And it's Leonard missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 12. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. But Trey slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team.
And here is Simmons. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. To the inside. Richardson up top. Defended by George. Richardson no luck. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Nobody near George. And it's good off the back rim and in. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Timeout called the 76ers. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, Friesen pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
He kicks to Burke. Back to Simmons. Pass to Burke. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
The 76ers trail by 17. He's covered by Leonard. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, it's your fight. You got to show more fight than that.
Zubac the pass to George. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stolen by Zubac. Simmons against Beverly. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. Harkless is checked in for Zubac. The 76ers also with a sub. Korkmaz checked in for Al Horford. Here's Harkless. No points in the game yet for him. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Here's Korkmaz, and Burke has it in the corner. Defended by Harkless. Back to Burke. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard brings the double team, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Clippers have possession. Los Angeles leading by 15, and stolen by Simmons. Right wing launches it. That one doesn't drop, and the Clippers will go the other way with it. George double teamed, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. Harrell's got 6 points.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. It's good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Timeout called the 76ers. Paul George really making a difference here.
I mean, he continues to burn them with his scoring. And the coaching staff's going to have to come up with a different approach defensively.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Scott's checked in. The 76ers trail by 19. Here's Korkmaz. Scott up top, guarded by Green. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Now, here's Burke. He's guarded by Williams. Williams comes with a double team, and George gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Scott dishes to Burke. Lock at 6. Korkmaz. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Korkmaz has got 5.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Harkless with it. No points in the game yet for him. Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, when George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
Now, here's Burke. It's an 18-point game. Pulls up, high post. Moves back up. He takes it up and lays it in. 13 points in the game.
Boy, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And the Clippers making a change here. Magruder's checked in. free throw, no good for Green. The 76ers trail by 18. Here's Korkmaz. Outside, Scott, and Burke has it in the corner. The 11-footer, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. Los Angeles leading by 16. Magruder kicks to Harkless. Outside, Williams. With the shot. Harkless with the bucket. Harkless has got his first bucket of the night.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly a step up from the first half. They're more engaged, more focused here in this second half, and they're getting good results.
Here's Burke after the made shot from Mo Harkless. Just 4 to shoot. Korkmaz, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. Harrell, the pass to Magruder. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The first one falls. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The 76ers trail by 19. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Magruder's got 10 points in the game. Philadelphia's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Burke. 76ers moving the ball around. And it's Scott with the jam.
And, you know, the evolution of Embiid continues. At 7 feet tall, he can look over defenders and make great passes, and he's got a nice feel for passing the ball.
Now here's Williams. He's got 14. Here's Magruder. Makes it off the glass. He's got 12.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, it feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
Burke with it. He's guarded by Williams. Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Got a piece of it. Here's Magruder. 12 points for him. And here is Williams. From deep. Off on that one. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen to Coach Brett Brown.
It's going to take everything you got to come up with balls so that we win this game. Right? Anything loose, any rebounds, guards, you got to rebound.
Demanding an all-out effort from his guys.
And Kevin, it's got to be a gang rebounding approach, just like he was talking about. They need every board they can get.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. We've got Mo Harkless. Jermichael Green is out there with Harrell. Then it's Williams. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Embiid. Harris kicks to Richardson. The pass to Embiid. To the middle. Shoots. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Harris has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Philadelphia. Passes it to Williams. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
Green with the block. Outside Williams. Over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. The 76ers trail by 19. Here's Richardson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Kicks it to Green. Outside Williams. Over in the corner, Harkless. The 3, cans it from downtown.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That is his first foul of the game. You know, every coach talks about playing team basketball, Clark. When it comes to the fans, they really come out to see the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
Well, I think fans enjoy elite players and great talent across any sport, but they also recognize that team play is critical to winning. So I think it's a combination. Fans, I think we've got to give them a little more credit. Sure, they want to see the stars play, but they want to win, and they know to win, teams have to be about team basketball, not just highlighting and enjoying the stars.
Now, here's Burke. He's covered closely. Up top, Embiid. Shot clock at 5. And here's Harris from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Zubac's with it. Embiid's there. Attacking. Good work defensively by Horford.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Shamet. And again, no good by the Clippers. The 76ers trail by 17. Harris looking it over. Pass to Burke. Just 5 to shoot. Over Williams. Misses off the left iron. Clippers leading by 17. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Now Richardson in the corner. It's Harris. We're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. So, for the Clippers, Paul George comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Just 5 on the clock. From 6 away. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverley. Beverly's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Now here's Simmons. Over Beverley. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 31.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Shamet. Richardson cover. Shamet drilled from 11 feet out. Now, here's Richardson. At the elbow, it's Simmons. Stolen by Zubac. And it's Leonard at the elbow. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, and for mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
No good from Simmons. Clippers leading by 21. It's George on the wing. Back to Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's got 18 points just in the second half.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
The 76ers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Mark, when you were playing to complement your inside game, you had that wonderful mid-range jumper, but more and more, players are going away from it.
I think it's all driven by analytics, Kevin. I mean, everything is about the three-point shot, efficiency of your possessions, go for 3 when you can or get it to the rim. And that makes sense from a mathematical standpoint. From a game standpoint, though, if a quality shot is a mid-range shot for a good shooter, I think you should take them all the time. I mean, that would just be my posture. So I differ with the analytics. I understand what they say. But if I was coaching, guys get a good mid-range jumper from a quality shooter, we're shooting it every time.
From the stripe. No good from Simmons.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
From deep, George hits it from mid-range. George has got 30 points.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Now here's Simmons. Over Beverly. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, if you can't appreciate how skilled Embiid is, you got a problem, and he's impossible for the defense to slow down.
Here's George. Good. George has got 15 points here in the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his 5th foul.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. ABC comes in for Richardson. And Raul Neto subbed in for Al Horford. Now here is Harris inside. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Harris. And that's now 33 points for Ben Simmons. Robinson finds Patterson. Players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change club.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platform to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you, that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Green, he's checked in for Zubac, and Rodney McGruder's subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. That's good from Harris. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball fours.
Here's Korkmaz. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Everly, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Gentlemen, truth shots, roof shots.
We know Clark fans want to see star players. It's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course of. That's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. And it's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Richardson, he's checked in for Korkmaz.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. Run shot.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now, here's Zubac. And stolen by Harris. Down low. Horford the pass to Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 38 points.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
Here's Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 7th assist here tonight.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
You know, there are certain players who just seem to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Kicks it out to Richardson. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Horford. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
And so here are the Clippers. Following the basket by Al Horford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the 3.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
He kicks it to Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, you can't go for the shot fake. As soon as Embiid has you in the air, it's over. You're done.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both. We've got 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter. And George kicks to Williams. Outside for George. Back to Williams. All sorts of time. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 7th assist here tonight. The 76ers trail by 16. To the inside. Embiid goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Embiid's got 19 points.
Well, you got to respect not only the strength and size and agility of Embiid, but how about his balance, too? Able to finish through contact. That's impressive.
Williams kicks to Zubac. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Two on the clock. Here's Patterson. Good D by Embiid.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
To the middle. Sinks that one from the post.
And the slashing Embiid is impossible to match up with. Terrific at cutting off the ball after the screen.
Williams with the ball. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Magruder. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that concludes this inaugural preseason game. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.